Rich versus Poor Mindset, Robert Kiyosaki's Mind-Blowing Thoughts. The best-selling author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad has written several financial books. He has shared the stage with some of the world's most powerful entrepreneurs and changed how we think about wealth accumulation. Today we are sharing the mind-blowing thoughts of Robert with you. So watch the video until the end and subscribe for more. Here we begin. Don't work for money, work to learn. That is something that everyone must do. Growing up, we saw relatives studying to become doctors, to work even more hours than our parents in order to provide for the family. In the industry, specializations is extremely valuable. Everyone wants to be an expert in something. According to Robert Kiyosaki's book, it does not have to be this way. He saw the value in learning new things and broadening one's knowledge. He used a writer he met as an example. According to Kiyosaki, the writer has a master's degree in English literature and was an outstanding writer. However, when Kiyosaki suggested that she take some sales classes to learn how to sell her books, she became enraged, believing that it had insulted her profession. But according to Kiyosaki, best-selling authors are more successful than best-writing authors. And yes, our minds were blown once more after reading that. Our society places such a high value on the specializations that we have forgotten to ask ourselves, what knowledge and skills do I need to be financially successful? The person who has developed financial intelligence and learned many diverse skills is usually the one who succeeds, rather than the most talented, gifted, and smart person. Develop your financial intelligence. The best investment is to invest in mind. You'd think that a business school graduate would be well-versed in finance and become a millionaire after landing a six-figure job and investing in profitable stocks that most non-business or non-finance people are familiar with. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Sure, their income would likely be high, but lesson to explain that a positive income statement is meaningless if assets have not been built by the time you retire. This lesson emphasizes that our mind are our most valuable assets. Fortunately for us, personal finance is not rocket science. Anyone who takes the time to learn and practice can develop financial intelligence. And what exactly is financial intelligence? To put it simply, it consists of four main pillars: accounting, investing, market understanding, and law understanding. To be financially successful, you must learn about all these pillars. According to the book, you can be an expert in only some of them, but you can be financially successful if you have some foundations and understanding of them. In fact, if you don't know much about it, feel free to spend some money to hire a lawyer or accountant. It is preferable to hire a professional to assist you in reaching your financial objectives rather than speculating on your own. Life is a game, and if you know the rules well, you can win. This is one of the most useful lessons we learn from this book. Many of us probably play the same game in life. Work for someone, earn money, pay taxes, and spend or save the rest. It is the correct way to play because everyone does it and is taught it is the correct way to play. However, according to this book, those are the rules that the lower or middle classes understand, not the rich. The wealthy understand the rules deeper, allowing them to play smart. The book discusses one of the richest people's biggest secrets: corporations. In his example of corporations, he used them to spend his money while paying fewer taxes. In essence, it emphasized the importance of understanding and using the law to your advantage. But of course, laws differ from country to country, so it is critical to not cookie-cut his strategy, but to thoroughly understand your country's law in order to play the game of life wisely. Focus on assets, not the income statement. The person with a positive cash flow most likely has more income than expenses. As a result, they appear to be doing well for that period and later. But what happens when the person stops working? In the long run, an income statement cannot tell me with certainty that this person will live comfortably. We have been working 9 to 5 for at least 30 years. We save, and then we retire. We have expenses, and our savings will quickly run out. This is why, in the long run, a positive income statement means nothing. So the big question is, what do we do with the money left over at the end of each month? This question is addressed by Kiyosaki's lesson to focus on assets rather than income statements. By starting with the asset column, you can have more than one source of income to support yourself and your family even after you stop working your day job. Kiyosaki's book has just introduced us to a new concept of income-generating assets. As an example, notes, stocks or bonds, businesses that do not necessitate my presence, properties that generate income, royalties, and anything else of value that appreciates. Recognize what assets and liabilities are. Assets are properties, equipment, intellectual property, or anything else you own. On the other hand, liabilities are things you owe to other people, such as loans. Unfortunately, after reading the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, we discovered that this definition was only half true. Assets, according to Robert Kiyosaki, are things that generate income. So even though they appear to be assets in accounting, cars and houses on mortgages are not assets according to his definition. Liabilities are expenses that reduce income, such as Netflix subscriptions, car loan payments, etc. Kiyosaki's definitions astounded us because they were so simple to grasp, yet so many people struggled to accumulate more assets than liabilities. So, what do you think of these thoughts by Robert? Let us know in the comments below.